Yo, so many banelings tasteless crashing on in. Is this working? Warning, is this working?
David Kim in the Darth Sidious outfit. He's like, good, let the hate flow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your patience. Welcome back to the EU Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals. We're not casting with rapid casting. Let's get that Twitter handle removed. This is going to be a solo cast. In fact, let's actually bring it out to this overlay. Probably could have done a better job preparing that. Oh, yeah, you can see how terrible my green screen effect is when the daylight starts shining out, but we're going to ignore that. We'll fix it another time. Welcome to the EU Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals. My name is Fear Dragon. If you're coming in from the NA Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals, it's going to be a lot of the same, but with European players. Now, the story with this, I'm going to put this out there once, and then I'm not really going to, spend too much time on it. EU Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals already happened. This is something that happened about 4 hours before NA. It's all very fresh games. They all happened, but 4 or 5 hours ago. But the problem was my internet was completely dead. I had to have a technician come out and fix it. So we got all the replays. We're going to cast every single one of the games. And that is the caveat that normally with Ladder Heroes, the round of 12, round of 8, kind of cast whatever is available. This, we're going to cast every single game because they're from replays, and we can do that. We don't have to worry about player time being taken up and everything. And I will also be joined by Tempo StarCraft later on the broadcast. So look forward to that if you're a fan of Tempo. But for those who are wondering, what exactly is Ladder Heroes? If you missed out on the explanation earlier on, I can actually play a little video for you that will explain it a lot better than I will probably be able to do so right now. So enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Welcome to your introduction to Ladder Heroes. Ladder Heroes is a Blizzard-sponsored competition that is constantly ongoing on the North American and European ladders. Here's how it works. Players register for Ladder Heroes with unshared accounts that use their real names. No barcodes allowed. We track the top players on the North American and European ladders over on the website www.ladderhero.ex, which updates every minute with the most recent standings. Every Saturday, the top 6 Grandmaster players in each region earn themselves a bit of cash totaling up to $150. The top 20 earn themselves points that go toward qualifying for the monthly finals. At the end of the month, a $400 monthly finals is held with the top 12 point holders to crown the king of the ladder for that month. And that's Ladder Heroes in a nutshell. Good luck out there. So that is the quick summary of exactly how Ladder Heroes works. Again, it's a Blizzard-sponsored event, so big thank you goes out to Blizzard. And, of course, big thank you to Oli Moly, who admin this event while, as I mentioned before, I was not able to broadcast. She collected all the replays, made sure that all the games were played on the Game Hard WCS mod, as far as I'm aware. So we still get all the cool little features like the worker kill count and, income graphs, etc. So without further ado, let's hop into our first series of the day. It's going to be TLO versus Optimus. This is from the round of 12 as we just go straight down through the bracket. I also want to note there are no spoilers allowed for this because nobody should know what exactly the bracket looks like. We did not update the bracket when the games got played out, so everything should be revealed as the games get played. Should be a very, very fun thing. Nobody except for the players themselves know exactly what the results were. But with that being said, TLO and Optimus, both two very, very strong players. And I am very much looking forward to seeing how this game is going to go. Of course, TLO representing Germany, Team Liquid, and Optimus, Dead Pixels, and the Netherlands. Optimus, for I think people who are not familiar with the European scene, as I was not for a while, maybe a little bit surprised and think, oh, okay, well, TLO is pretty heavily favored here. But Optimus is, and I say this as we see, TLO has beaten Optimus twice. Those are the only 2 games they've played against each other. But Optimus is probably one of the biggest up-and-coming talents in the European scene right now. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Game number 1. Here we are in the top left-hand corner of the map, on the map of Honor Grounds. How in the world did this become game number 1? We have the red Terran player. Give it up for Optimus, representing Team Dead Pixels. And his opponent, spawning up here in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, representing Team Liquid, the beloved creative one. It's TLO, the little one. And as this game sort of starts up, I don't normally, talk too much to the chat or anything. I like to keep that kind of consistency and focus on the games themselves. But a really good question from Olsen No, saying, how are the seedings done for the Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals? Now, if you haven't seen the bracket, it's a round of 12 bracket. That means that there are 12 players. And if you know anything about brackets, that means that 4 players are seeded in one round. They get to play one less round in the tournament, and they are already placed into the money. And by the way, we do have 2 barracks going down pretty quickly for Optimus. We'll see if we see a third one coming down, as it oftentimes does happen. All at home, though. And it looks like the third barracks is going to come down over here. But the way it works is the top 4 players who earn points on the ladder through the Ladder Heroes website and everything every week with the ladder locks end up being seeded one round in, and then all the rest of the players end up in just the bottom 8. And we seed those players according to a Ligulac. And the reason for that is because back in the day when Pult was playing, Pult somehow had this knack of qualifying for like 4 monthly finals in a row in 12th place. So your reward for being the high seed was, here, have Pult, because he's the lowest seed of everybody, right? And that did not go over super well for players. They weren't thrilled that their reward for being a high seed was facing off versus Pult. So we end up just seeding the bottom 8 according to a Ligulac. Either way, though, we do have a 3x Reaper, and here's something interesting to note. Optimus didn't scout out with an SCV or anything. He wanted to preserve that economy, but that also means he has no idea where his opponent spawned. His second Reaper most likely is going to be heading out to the top right-hand corner of the map, and he will be able to find TLO, but this gives TLO a bit of extra time to work with. Whereas TLO has already spotted, okay, there's one barracks, and kind of placed in a weird spot, so he may be able to guess this is a 3-Rax Reaper opening. Although I don't think he actually realizes it. He's already throwing down that 3rd hatchery right now. Okay, well, he does have gas still mining right now. He's going to have the opportunity to research Zergling speed, but he hasn't started on it just yet. He was playing so greedy. This could be a really short game, potentially, if Optimus is able to capitalize on this. First and second and third Reapers all arrive now. 4th Reaper also joining the fray. TLO finally reacting with the Zerglings coming out, but this is just so late. Queens are in the mix, but with some good micro... Okay, well, not hitting your own grenade or Reapers with grenades is definitely a good starting point, but still hasn't lost any of his Reapers just yet. He's picked off a handful of those Zerglings. 3rd hatchery. Actually going to buy some time while these Reapers end up regenerating some of that health, but Spinecrawler also going up. Not going to be able to finish up, though. Again, buys a little bit of time. These Reapers are not in the mineral line if they're busy attacking that Spinecrawler, but now killing off a few more workers. The worker counts have evened up, and Optimus has already thrown down that Natural Expansion Command Center. He needs to get a little bit more damage done, though, with these Reapers. You can't just have them get surrounded and die, but there it is. GG gets called. Optimus takes a very quick game number 1. With a bit of a risky play, but it pays off. Okay, that was a very, very quick game number 1. 3 minutes and 43 seconds, but we're going to get ready to hop into game number 2, and let's also just fix up our chroma key and our green screen. Just a little bit. There we go, that's a lot better. Not perfect, but it's better enough that it shouldn't annoy people as much. Here we go into game number 2. Now, I'm going to tell some stories about some players that were not quite able to make it for the EU Ladder Heroes Monthly Finals. For example, Namshar. Namshar is a really, really awesome guy. But unfortunately, I will say, his opponent, he was one of the players that was seeded in one round, but he was trying to catch a train that was going to take him to the correct place where he could play out his monthly finals match. Unfortunately, his train got canceled wasn't late or for anything. He didn't oversleep. His train just got canceled, so he showed up late and was not able to play. Of course, there's not really anything in his control, but sort of just the unfortunate reality of the situation. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to hop into the next game. Let's do this. Game number 2. No delays. Spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. Once again, representing Team Liquid. Caught off guard in that last game. Give it up for TLO. And his opponent spawning up here in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player representing Team Dead Pixels. Give it up for Optimus. Okay, so Optimus going to the 3-rack Reaper in that last game, able to really put on that aggression in a very serious way. Goes for a gas first this game. It's going to throw up that first barracks and leaves room for the reactor, so I presume that this is going to be a little bit less aggressive of a game in terms of going quite as crazy, but TLO is not going to take any chances on it. He goes for the spawning pool first. Still going to grab that hatchery, but also even delaying that gas geyser a little bit, so I'm curious to see where this is going to end up panning out to. Command center should be coming down relatively shortly from Optimus as he starts to build up the resources for it. Probably going to send out that SCV to build it. Potentially on the low ground. Some Terran players do like to play it a little bit more conservatively, but ooh. Double gas coming out for TLO to play a little bit of catch up. Now, there is a potential. I think it's a lot less likely. Well, no, there's still a potential. He did go for the spawning pool first. It could be a Roach one coming down. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Roach Ravager all-ins have definitely been something that have been very, very common in the matchup in the past month or so. Even Mr. Creative, Dr. Dario, cannot shy away from the potential for it. And Abyssal Reef is a pretty nice map for it. And it's not just because there's 2 entrances. It's because there is an entrance where you can move into your opponent's natural expansion. You can get vision of their wall in and everything from the high ground. You don't have to worry about moving up a ramp through the destructible rocks. You don't have to worry about trying to knock them down. So it solves a lot of issues that a lot of players would end up seeing otherwise. But first Reaper is making its way across the map. I believe that Optimus' first SCV either moved in and didn't get a full scout, or it got picked off very quickly. And so Optimus might be a little bit in the dark about this right now. Here we go. Reaper, I don't think it didn't poke all the way in. Okay, he's getting up his command center still on the low ground. If he knew about this, he would be throwing down bunkers. He would be positioning things at the front. He would maybe even just be getting out I guess, something out of this. I guess he finished up the reactor either way. He would be making Marines immediately, though, if he knew this was coming. And this could very well catch him off guard. He sees a couple of the Zerglings making their way around the map. This is not much of a reveal. This does not say too much. It's kind of, I mean, normal to see some Zerglings looking around for a 3rd expansion and getting ready to move in later on. Optimus moves around his base and kind of says, okay, found your Zerglings. Gonna pick those off. Feeling good. 2 Hellions moving across the map, looking to do that good old normal Terran thing, but here comes the first Roaches moving across the map, and oh god, Optimus isn't even going to have his Hellions in place. Now this could potentially, the Hellions could go for a counterattack, but no, he is not going to do so, and oh, supply depots are raised in time. The reactor is going to be killed off so damn quickly. 2 Cyclones get immediately started up, but is it going to be 2 Cyclones too late? As one of them is definitely going to get delayed by quite a bit. Oh, reactor getting repaired. Sacrificing some mining time with those SCVs, but it's not going to be for too much longer. Does get knocked down. The Ravagers make their way into the main base. Oh my god, they might be able to kill off the factory. I don't even know if 1 Cyclone's going to be able to come out. A Banshee is being made, but a Banshee is going to be so unbelievably late. It's only just now starting up. Tech Lab getting focus fire down, so no additional Banshees are going to be able to back this up. It looks like the Hellions able to do a massive drone roasting inside the main base, so he is evening up a little bit, but Ravagers are going to be able to kill off these bases and all these units so much quicker for TLO compared to, I would say, Optimus, who can't really contend with even a Roach or 2 that pops out. Does TLO not realize that he is losing all of his drones back at home? I feel like if he knew, he would make 1 or 2 roaches, and finally he's gonna start making a roach over here. I think he could have saved a lot more of these workers. He's down to just 9. Oh my god, all 9 of them are right over here. If Optimus takes all of them out, he's only giving 65 minerals left over. He's going for a big surround. He gets a surround of 1 of the Hellions. That's gonna be really good. 1 roach also pops out. There's only 1 drone left over, and Optimus taps out. He realizes he's not gonna be able to bring this back. GG gets called. Oh, sorry, whoa, TLO taps out. And Optimus takes it. Oh my god. Miscall on that. I apologize. Optimus takes the 2-0. Wow. Alright, alright, alright. Who would have thunk it? A really weird base trade situation, and I do feel like that was a little bit frustrating of a loss for TLO, because if he had realized there was 2 Hellions and a Reaper inside of his main base, I cannot think of a reason why you wouldn't make 1 or 2 roaches to eventually clean those units up. Eventually. I am confused. Oh, we have a duplicate. Okay. There's a game. Oh my god. Bless her heart. Holy moly. Gave me all of the replays in a replay spoiler-free format. There's a game 1, game 2, and game 3 for everything. So I have no idea if there's going to go to a game 1, 2, or 3. Or sorry, if it's going to go to just a game 2 or if it's going to go to that ace match. So bless her heart. Holy moly is amazing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are hopping into our next series though as Optimus. So here is where I get to tell you guys the story. Optimus ended up beating TLO, but after he beat TLO, he got a virus on his computer and had to forfeit out. And so TLO ended up advancing on and faces off versus Showtime. Oh boy, that was not very fun to hear about. For Optimus as well. I mean, I just feel really bad for him because beating TLO is freaking awesome. And then just because I don't believe we have the replay for it. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have the replay for it. I will also say he went up to against Showtime. Not only that, but he was up 1-0 versus Showtime, and he had to forfeit out because he realized there was something wrong during that match versus Showtime, but he thought he would try it out anyways because he had already knocked out TLO, and he felt bad because it was like, I'll knock somebody out and then I'm gonna forfeit. That sounds really terrible for TLO. He was very, very nice about it, but he ended up trying to make it work, and it just was not working versus Showtime. Even though he won the game, said he was experiencing like massive frame drops and a lot of lag. So, as a good sport, he said, I am going to drop out. I want to give my spot to TLO, let him advance on because I just can't play. So, with that being said, we're going to hop into that match. Let's just carry out this side of the bracket one by one. We can get that nice continuous stream of stories on how these games went. So, oh, whoops, hold on. Actually, I guess I have to say, this is going to look really weird in the bracket. Optimus took the 2-0 over TLO, but unfortunately, TLO advanced on over him. So, that's going to look a little weird in the bracket, but it's not a mistake. Either way, Showtime versus TLO is our next match, and we are getting started. Let's update our little overlay really quickly as we hop into this Protoss versus Zerg from the round of 8, our quarterfinals match.